I I know you're probably looking at the background and you'll be like, man, that guy's got a lot of fanny packs. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. So I'm going to need you to do something while you're in this live and while you're watching the rebroadcast. I need you to not worry about the background. I need you to listen about our lives, yours and mine. And I need you to know why I came on here at 3:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm Al Torcaso, Torcaso. Phone number is 412-559-2731. Contact me there. Yeah, I was thinking about sitting somewhere else so you didn't have the background that you have. But it's 3:50 a.m. and I'm just a little bit tired. You know what I mean? That's why I look like I have 85 chins. But hey, it's all good. So you're probably wondering, why does this guy keep having the same repeated thumbnails? And why is this guy standing at a podium? Well, you see, I had been a talk show host on live TV for about 12 years, and the TV series was 19 years. Yeah, a live and television talk show host, 19 years veteran. So I'm going to tell you a little something about me. Even people who love me said that I could be controversial at times, and they're not lying. And the reason is I told the truth at all costs. What do I mean by at all costs? I personally had my electric shut off, our electric shut off one time because I took on the electric company. Yes, I did. When they did wrong, I pointed it out. They shut off my electric, but I had it back on the very next day. Well, we won't go on to that ride, but it's not about me, guys and gals, because all the glory goes to a higher power. All the glory goes to God. Make no mistake. Now, that being said, over the course of Humanity Matters Live, I literally said things. Hold up a minute. I'm sorry. I got to look at this. Not that I'm sorry. You know what I mean. I just want to see the name. Okay, the amazing Mark is here. I'm Mark. So over the course of my TV show, our TV series, originally it was mine, and then I brought people on as actual co-hosts. Well, at any rate, during the course of Humanity Matters Live, I literally said things that could have gotten me taken out. And I don't mean for dinner. Yeah, I mean dead. I said things G-rated, but I said things on TV that, let's just say, people were not happy about. So, okay. I did not snitch on anybody. I don't know what you're talking about. I snitched on Cole, but that's all right. I didn't say anything about Cole, except maybe said good things about him. That's all I ever said about Cole. Any rate, I don't know what Mark's talking about, but it's all good. So here's the deal. When I was on my live TV series, okay, I said things and did things that, to be quite honest with you, most people wouldn't even think about doing. So why'd I do it? Because it was true, and it was the right thing to do. So why am I doing what I'm doing right now at 3:53 a.m.? Because I want to see people succeed. And with reference to this person, Mark, said something about I snitched on Cole. I don't understand that one, because the only thing I ever said about Cole was good things. But it's all good. People have their own opinions. We live in a planet, and in America, I live in America, we have free speech. However, that being said, we're not going to talk about that because, like I said, you have to explain yourself at another time, not here, not now. I didn't snitch on anybody. I gave people props. That's it. Anyway, we're not going to go on that ride. What we are going to go on is the truth. And here's the truth. What I had done for 19 years is told the truth. I didn't say things that make you feel good. A lot of times the things I said made you mad. Enough that, let's just say, foul language happened back in the day. Why? Because I told the truth. A lot of times people can't handle the truth, literally. So why am I here right now at 3:54 a.m. Eastern Standard Time? Because I'm about ready to share something with you that you need to recognize, not for me, but for you. Look, now with regards to a lot of people, I go on their lives now. I don't really bring this up because it's inappropriate on their chat. I wouldn't do that. To me, that's just unprofessional. But here's what I'm going to tell you about. I'm in a company called Live Good. Now, everybody can run out. I hope you run out if you don't want to hear it. I actually want you to run out if you don't want to hear it. Because if you don't want to hear it, then I'm sorry, but you don't want to improve your life. Yeah, I went there. If you don't stay for what I'm about to say, you actually don't want to improve your life. I love you, but I don't play cake to anybody. See this guy right here? I don't even play cake to me. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And when I'm right, it's all right. So here's the deal. Anybody over the age of 18 needs to get in and live good like yesterday. Now, I know you all be thinking, oh, here comes the infomercial. Well, you know what? This ain't the infomercial. This is real life, brothers and sisters, uncles and aunts, nieces and nephews. You can get into this company. You got to be 18 at least. You can get in as a member for $9.95. Now, I know y'all be thinking maybe, why would I want to? Well, because you might want to change your life for the rest of your life. You just might want to do that. You might want to have the potential to earn enough money to leave whatever job you're doing, to be the chief executive officer of your life, not just your business, your life. And I said it like that. If you think I sound sometimes like a minister, well, I'm not making fun of them. No disrespect. That's just me. That's how I am. So let me throw this at you. Because here's the deal. I've been holding back deliberately. But you know, that's not helping any of us. Here's the deal. You want to be a member and live good. Because Live Good at one point is going to be the Amazon of multi-level marketing businesses. And I know a lot of people are going to run when they hear MLM. If you run, one day you're going to be mad at yourself. That's a fact, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't run if I was you. See, here's the deal. This company is not like any other company that even existed. Live Good does something that's never happened before on this planet that we live on. That's hype? No, that's reality. And I know I'm sounding condescending. That's not the point. I know it sounds like hype. I get it. I'm living it. And there's times when I'm like, wow. So let me give you the 411. Back in the day, 411 meant the information. And hi to everybody. I'll get to that in a minute. But y'all need to know what you need to know first. This company is going to be immense. Now, Live Good is focused on wellness products. But Live Good is a membership company. Here's how I want you to look at Live Good mentally with your mindset. Imagine Amazon.com. Okay? Just imagine Amazon. They have about 200 million Prime and members and members of Amazon. When they first started out, the first 2 years, they didn't even have, it took them like 2 years to get 1 million people in their business. We did it in less than 14 months. We got over 1 million. That's bragging, sort of. Not really, that's reality. For me, all the glory goes to God, not me. But here's what I need you to hear me on. Now, you go to Amazon, you can pretty much get anything you want. And you usually can get pretty good discounts, okay? I get it. You go to Sam's, great discounts. You go to Costco, great discounts. You go to BJ's Warehouse, great discounts. Sounds good. But here's where a membership in Live Good can change your life. You see, you can get the membership for $9.95. And that entitles you to get any product you want at a massive discount, sometimes up to 90% off of the product, off of the retail price. Yeah, I said 90%. I did not make a mistake. Up to 90%. But here's where it gets to the point where if you're not in this, you're going to be mad at yourself. You've decided to become an affiliate. Let's just say you did. You're looking at a grand total of one-time payment, $49.95. That's it. Less than probably your wireless phone bill. Now, what that does is that means that at some point, when you start sharing your link to the 5-minute free tour, if somebody joins as a member, you're going to earn a commission. If somebody joins as an affiliate, you're going to earn a commission. So why should you may never even been in a business or ever thought about a side hustle. Why should you give this a shot? Because you're going to be like shocked as to what's coming down the pike, what is coming down within the next few months. Now you have an opportunity to get in and be in front and potentially earn money as a result. Because with or without you, I love y'all, but trust me, within 5 to 10 years, this is going to be a company that has 30 to 60 million people or more in it as members. And every one of them would be under, I need to be careful how I articulate this, but basically they have to fall under us because we're the pioneers, if you will. What does that mean? It means a potential, not a guarantee, because only God can guarantee. I can't. God can, I can't. But potentially it means life-altering money. And you might say to yourself, well, what's the limit? Well, let's see. How about there is no limit, theoretically? Yeah, people say the sky's the limit. Please. No, it ain't. Maybe the universe could be the limit if you want to put a limit on it. But the question really comes down to you. You get in here as an affiliate, hypothetically, right? And you have a 5-minute free tour video that all you got to do is share the link to. How many times could you share a link in your life? How many times have you shared a video of a movie or a show or whatever it was, right? We all know about viral videos. Well, guess what? In this case, you start sharing, you might be smiling and profiling like the wrestler Ric Flair. Now, can I promise this is going to happen? No, I'm not God. But I want all of you to understand something. This is no game. This is not a video game. This isn't Fortnite. This isn't Halo. This isn't Call of Duty. This is life-altering truth. And for 19 years, I told it like it is. I'm not going to stop now. So, yeah, I don't care if there's 8 billion people on the planet that don't listen. I'm still going to tell the truth. You want to know why? Whether y'all leave, I love you. Don't get me wrong. I love y'all. But I still have to tell the truth, regardless if anybody listens or not, because I had to answer to God. I'm not here to proselytize, but I'm telling you, I'm going to be there on Judgment Day, and I'm not going to be the one that says, if God's like, you had that thing, that opportunity that could have helped thousands of people potentially, and you didn't tell anybody. That's not going to be me. I'm not getting yelled at by God. Y'all may be not believing in God. That's all right. I love you anyway. I'm not that guy. If you all want to take that risk, no ma'am and no sir. Torcaso is not going to take that risk. Not me or my 85 double chins. No, not happening. That's why I'm letting you know. But I want you to understand something here. Since I'm giving you this information, if you choose not to become a member at $9.95, and you choose not to become an affiliate in the future, and you start seeing all these people succeeding, all your friends and family are getting into Live Good, and they're like, why aren't you in Live Good? You're like, hubba, 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 hubba. I don't know. You cannot yell at me. You can't look at my face and say, that dude did not convince me. You want to know a secret? I can't convince you. You're you. And even if I could, I'm not a dictator. I want you to come walking in and learning the excitement on your own. Now, $9.95 is what it costs for the membership. Why do I keep harping on that? Because for that little bit of money, you can get in. You can maybe buy one product. You're not required to buy anything. You're not required to buy it. No. But let's pretend that you did. Well, what happens if you take one of these products and all of a sudden it's benefiting you? Guess what's going to happen? You're going to tell somebody about it. Just like you told them about those movies that you like or the streaming series that you like. Or you might decide, hey, you know what? I need to contact Al or whomever. I need to start sharing that 5-minute free tour video. That's my point. But I'm going to be out here letting people know what is here. Now, you might wonder, what do I really think? What do I really think the potential for Live Good is? Honestly, that's a tough one because it's the first of its kind, or pretty much. So I can't say, but I can tell you this, it may surpass someday in the future. It may actually surpass Amazon. Why do I say that? We're going to have pretty much anything like them. But when you're giving people 75% to 90% off for affiliates and members, and they have a potential to earn money, you can get all your discounts at these other places, but you can't get paid for the most part. There are ways to get paid from Amazon. Like if you have a good website with a bunch of people going to it in theory. But let me tell you something. I was an Amazon quote unquote website affiliate. I sold somebody bought a $50 item. Amazon paid me about 50 cents. They got $49.50 profit or whatever. They got $50 and gave me 50 cents. Now, you might be thinking, well, this affiliate thing, what if I got somebody that decided to come in as an affiliate? You're going to get $25. You're not going to get 50 cents. You will not get 50 cents. You're going to earn $25 every time you get an affiliate. So if any of y'all are like, is that the only way I get? No. But then this is not your infomercial. Don't worry. I have somebody that can tell you all about Live Good when you're ready. It's the CEO, Ben Galinsky. Yeah, the CEO will actually explain it all. What I want to impress upon you, and I will be reading these, what I want to impress upon you is this. You might be 18. You might be 17, getting ready to become 18. If you decide to take action, and if you share the link and what have you, there's a chance that you could be looking at massive changes in every way that you can imagine. Now, I'm not God, so I can't guarantee it. But here's what I can guarantee. I guarantee you, I'm not leaving Live Good anytime soon. How about never? I'd love to share something with you that would probably get you to be ready to go like right now and sign up. I'll tell you what, since I've always been bold and broke the rules in my TV series, I'm going to give you a disclaimer, but I'm going to give you some real truth afterward. Now, I got to say it in a certain way for legal reasons. So you got to kind of listen between the airwaves for what I can't say. So what I call listen between the airwaves, you got to be the detective. That's what I'm saying. You got to be the crime scene investigator as to what I'm actually saying. So without further ado, I'm going to give you some for real information. Keep in mind, we don't treat, we don't prescribe, we don't cure or diagnose anything. That said, here's the deal. I have lymphoma. Yeah, the one that rhymes with the word answer. I'm stage 2. Now, since I started taking my Live Good products, because of the nutrition and because of the ingredients, here's what I can tell you. As a direct result, my last CAT scan actually showed that the tumor somehow changed for the better. It looks like, at least that's what they're thinking. Now, I was told that I was supposed to start getting treatment before the last visit. And so I walked in there at that point, and I'm thinking, okay, here we go, starting this treatment. Okay, because it was really being put in place. So I get in there, and my doctor's like smiling, and I'm like, why is this guy smiling? He said, Al, I can't believe it. There's been a change in your tumor. And so I'm like, okay. And he explained it to me. And that night, my girlfriend Annette, we were just, it was happiness. That said, on the 29th, which is on Tuesday, I'm getting what they call a PET scan. Because I need to be reassured that what they saw in the CAT scan was accurate. Let me qualify that or quantify what I mean. I had gone to a hospital to get my CAT scan, the one that looks good. Well, they gave me the contrast, for those of you who know what that is. But usually, every other time, I would drink the contrast. It doesn't taste good, but you drink the contrast. Well, this particular hospital did the contrast through the IV. Okay, no problem, right? The problem I have with it and why I suspect something may have went wrong is while I was getting the CAT scan, some of the contrast literally squirted out of the IV and went on my face. So when the doctor, the oncologist, told me all these great things, I said, that's great, but I'm sorry, but I'm not convinced. I'd like to say that I'm convinced, but I'm not, because that IV leaked, for lack of a better term. Not out of my arm. The stuff that went into my arm, that part was okay, but some did leak out. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Not going to buy it. Not going to buy that bill of goods. So on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, for me, because it's after midnight, 4:15 a.m. actually, Eastern Standard Time, I'll be getting a PET scan. Now, any of you that believe in a God, I could use your prayers. And here's what I'm going to tell you, though. We don't cure, we don't treat, we don't diagnose, and we don't prescribe. That said, that's where you're going to have to be the detective, crime scene investigator. Listen to the airwaves, listen to the clues. All that I can say to you is this. I've been taking my Live Good products. Before I started them, my tumor was growing. It went from like 2 centimeters, I think it's centimeters, all the way up to like, I think it was up to 8, somewhere around there. So it kept growing. So then when I came in there, and my doctor's like, hey, something great might be going on. That's why I'm like, okay, I want to verify this. But here's what I will tell you. We don't treat, we don't diagnose, we don't cure and all that. But here's the deal. You could not pay me all the money in the universe to stop taking what I'm taking. Why do I think they work? Because of the nutrition and the ingredients. And because the amount of each ingredient we get in each product. Now, yes, Live Good right now has wellness products, but we are a membership company. That is an important distinction, friends, because you may or may not know that the majority of multi-level marketing companies base the way they pay you on the sale of the product. What that really means, guys, is that's why these companies charge 5 arms and 5 legs for their supplements and what have you, whatever it is. Now with Live Good, they base it, how they pay you, off of a membership. What all that really means is you don't have to worry about ripping people off, because you're not going to. And for the record, I take my Live Good products, at least some of them, every day. I do have my favorites. My personal favorites right now are actually Factor 4 and Super Reds. Why? Let me put it to you this way. When I take them, I feel great. It's the ingredients, it's the nutrition, whatever it is. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a pharmacist. I'm not a scientist of any kind. But I know when I feel great. And the beautiful part of it is, these are products that you can get once you're a member at a huge, gigantic discount. We're talking 75% to 95% off. Now that all sounds good, but we have something called Live Good Ultimate Magnesium Complex. I'm giving you an example here. As a member, we can actually buy this for less than $9. Now there's taxes and shipping, but the actual price is less than $9, which is unheard of, guys and gals. It just is. Now, does the product work? Well, again, I'm not God, but you can't take it away from me. Um, I'll just leave it at this. I'm of Sicilian descent. I got baptized and everything, but every now and then, I'll just say I have to pray a lot because every now and then I get a wee bit upset, just a wee bit, when people do wrong, just a wee bit. So I'm always reminded, you're a Christian, you're a Christian, you're a Christian. I'm like, yeah, but I still get mad. Like, you ain't allowed. I'm like, all right, already. Now I'm just being funny there, but honestly though, yeah. I would not allow anybody to take my Live Good products from me. It's like I'm not goofy or anything. I'm not gonna put my life on the line. No, that's not what I mean. But what I mean by that is they're just, for me, off the record or on, they work. It's gotta be the nutrition. It's the only thing I can figure. But they work. Now I know I'm going to get up here too close, but I want to see what people are saying here. So I'm sorry about that, guys and gals. You just have to see my bald head for a minute and my shining forehead. Let me just see what's up here. Oh, and by the way, if anybody gave me some nasty comments, I love you too. We'll be all right. And I meant that. I'm not going to let that bother me. I had way too many things in life, a lot worse than being called names, trust me. I love you all, so it's all good. Well, let's see. Well, there are some. Some apparently that's being held. Oh, brother, sister, mother. That's funny. Well. Somebody likes to use the F word, and his name is Mark. Well, Mark, I don't know what you're referring to, but bless your heart. You're good, Mark. You'll be all right. I didn't say anything mean to Cole, so I think Mark might be drinking something that's not soda, but we'll be all right. Or he'll be all right. Now Mark made a threat here. Let me see. I think I'll screenshot that. Yeah, Mark, that's called evidence, my friend. See, that's called protecting myself. Oh, Mark, not smart, Mark. Sorry, Mark. Not smart. Love you, but that was not smart. No, it wasn't. So sorry, but I keep the evidence. That's why I win. We won't go on that ride, though. But I have the evidence now, Mark. Give me a second, guys. Had to take the evidence. Dude, that's one thing I won't be playing. You threaten me, Mark, and let's just say I take care of it legally and peacefully, and we'll leave it at that. You don't threaten me, Mark. That was an mistake. Legally and peacefully, that's all I'm going to say. Let's see what else Mark had to say. Nobody snitched on anybody. You must be, I don't know what you're doing, Mark, but whatever it is, get off of it. I have no idea what he's talking about. I don't even know who. No idea what he's talking about. I didn't say anything about Cole. I gave him props. That was about it. So, ladies and gentlemen who's on the chat, whatever Mark's talking about, Mark don't know anything because I said good things. I never say anything bad about Mark. I don't know what you're talking about, brother. But you better get some help because you got some mental problem. No offense. Love you, but you got some psychological issues, son. You most definitely have psychological issues because nobody said anything about that kid. If anything, I was sticking up for him, so you might want to recognize, brother. But I did keep the evidence, so I will have it. And one more threat like that, Mark, and I guarantee you, I will call the police. I don't play that. Don't play that, brother. You don't threaten me. See, all the glory goes to God, Mark. But make no mistake, I don't play. Love you, but I don't play. Guys, I'm not trying to go on that route, but I need to bring up why I'm being tough on Mark. See, he don't realize what he did could get him arrested. Doesn't matter how old he is. But why am I being tough on him? I'll tell you why. I've had death threats. I've had death threats. And for the record, if Mark did try to slap me, I would defend myself. And I really don't want to go there. But let me put it to you this way. It would be a big, gigantic mistake. And I'm going to leave it at that. I love you, but it's not going to go down like that. It's just not. I love you, but you need to get some mental health help, Mark. You really do. Nobody said anything bad about Cole. I don't know where you got this idea, how you concocted this in your mind, but whatever it is, I seriously hope you get the help you need. Because I don't know what your problem is, brother, but hey, I don't have time for you anymore. Love you, but we're moving on. I suggest you do the same. So in conclusion, guys, don't worry about what he said. It's not true. You know, people say things for the simple fact that they have challenges or they want to ruin things. They want to be deceitful because they realize that they can't kill it. They can't kill it. And I'm going to be very blunt. There's a lot of marks out there that wants to troll people. They're going to troll you one day if they haven't already. There's a lot of marks. There are a lot of, let's just say, ethically challenged people. There are violent people. I'm not telling you something you don't know. Don't worry about them. But I will say this. What I had done with the screenshot, when you are harassed online, get a screenshot if you can. Keep the evidence. I'm going to take a sidebar for a minute so that you know why I say that. In my life, I've been to court for various reasons, including saving somebody from going to jail. I've been to court in all different types of situations, actually. And I've usually won, not because I'm all that in the bag of chips, all the glory goes to God. But I either had the preponderance of the evidence or I had beyond reasonable doubt. So, by me taking that screenshot, that is considered evidence that is admissible in any court of law, if it were to go that far. That is a threat. Make no mistake. He said he was going to slap me in the face. That is a threat. Now, there's a level of it. There are levels of threats. But the point is, you cannot allow people to bully you in your life in any way. I don't care if it's offline, at work, at school. I don't care where on the planet it occurs. You must not allow it. Now, of course, if you're terrified, you have to find ways around that. You have to be put in a situation where you're not going to be hurt or worse. But you cannot accept it. And there's no way on the planet Earth that I'm going to let somebody bully me. As a matter of fact, this person does have a mental health issue. Mark, I'm sorry. He has a psychological challenge. because actually I spoke about Cole, who was being bullied, apparently. And it was Cole who brought that up in a different light. I mean, live. So this person is really grossly mistaken because I fought for Cole. So I don't know what this nonsense was, but do not allow anybody to bully you. Ever. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. I was actually fighting for Cole. But you better believe when I see Cole again, oh yeah, we're going to talk. Guarantee it. We're going to talk. Because I don't know if Cole started this. I'm not going to say he did because I don't know. But no matter what, it will be addressed. I have no idea what this is all about. I don't care. I'm not going to lose a second of sleep over it. But Mark got a serious problem, my friends. Now, that being said, listen up. Go to the website that I've been telling you about. Don't let anything stop you. I mean, we're talking about your life here. And yeah, you might think I got sidetracked talking about him, but in reality, I didn't. I took that time for a reason. To demonstrate to you that in reality, we can't let anybody stop us. Whatever our stream is about, whether if it's walking a dog, going to, talking about a movie, I don't care what it is. Don't let anybody come into your live and do stuff like that. Now, could I block those comments? I'm sure I could. If I want to, I could. I'm not blocking it. I want people to see that this kind of stuff happens. And if Cole thinks he's the only person that ever made that attempt, I'm not going to even say it because all the glory goes to God. But no, he's not. In closing, though, it's 4:31 a.m. my time. In closing, we can allow our lives to be less than abundant, or we can make the courageous steps that we need to take. We can make them happen. And trust me when I tell you, the people who decide to make a move towards this company, if they take it seriously, if they share the link, they're not ever going to have to worry about it. Because there is nothing this company is doing that's hurting people. In fact, they're changing lives in many different nations. People that didn't ever have success are having it. Because, first of all you're really doing is sharing a 5-minute free tour video. That's it. And we know that everyone here knows how to do that. We know that. So I really hope that all of you, excuse me, will go and look at that 5-minute free tour if you're over 18. There's more than I would love to tell you, but I can't. I can't because our governments of this planet put a lot of restrictions on businesses around the globe, any business. So there are things that you cannot say and things you have to say in a certain way. For example, that's why I say we don't diagnose, we don't treat, we don't cure, and we don't prescribe, which is true. But the nutrition going into our bodies has an effect. Now, I'm not a scientist, not a doctor or a pharmacist. All that I know is what I know. And I can tell you this. I've been taking my products now for, I guess, about a year or so. I'm doing way better than I ever have been. And I have the energy. I'm having fun. I happen to love amusement parks and theme parks and going to something called a drive-in. You might want to Google that, what a drive-in actually is. For those of you who may not know, a drive-in is where you take your vehicle to watch a screen that usually has a first run movie and a second movie. And it's an experience. It's a great, 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 wonderful, fun experience. Trust me on that. You probably would love it. Now, that being said, I also love amusement parks. Now, last weekend, not this one that's just had gone by, but last weekend, I got to go to Kennywood Park, located in the United States of America, in the Commonwealth state of Pennsylvania, in the city of West Mifflin. Now, there's a roller coaster there. It's my number one favorite roller coaster on the planet. It's a wooden roller coaster. It's called the Thunderbolt at Kennywood Park. Let me tell you something. I've been wanting to get in and on that ride for 2 years. For various reasons, I didn't get to the park for 2 years. I'll tell you what. Now, it was very cold last weekend. This weekend, too, it's getting cold. But I only got on 2 rides because I just was cold, and I was like, no, that's all right, I'm good. The 2 rides that I got on, one was a silly version of bumper cars. I think it's kind of silly what they've done. We won't even go there. But I got on the Thunderbolt. And that's my favorite roller coaster on the planet. Is it the fastest? No. Does it do the inversions and all that? No. Now, I've been on the ones that's been in steel coasters. I love those too. But there's something about the Thunderbolt that you just need to experience if you ever get the chance. Now, they also have the Steel Phantom Revenge. I almost got on there, but it was very cold. Now, the Steel Phantom Revenge goes down a 225-foot dip at 85 miles an hour. Now, it was already windy a little bit, and it was cold. So I thought, well, 225 feet, 85 miles an hour, that's going to be cold on my face. I'm good. Had it not been for that, would I have gone on the Steel Phantom Revenge? You better believe it. Absolutely, 1,000,000,000%. But that being said, I got on the Thunderbolt. I got inside the seat and got to the top before the dip started. And, I'm a NFL football Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I'll often say, here we go, Steelers, here we go. I do that. Well, I love the Thunderbolt. So I'm on the Thunderbolt, and I'm like, here we go, Thunderbolt, here we go. And let me tell you, guys and gals, it felt absolutely amazing. And I want you to live life with things that make you feel that way. And also, honestly, it was therapeutic. And it made me feel free. So you better believe it was fun. I was going to go again this weekend, but things came up. I might just accidentally, if I get the chance, go one last time for Kennywood Park Phantom Fright Nights. Not for the scary stuff, but so that I could get in the Steel Phantom and, of course, the Thunderbolt. Absolutely. But I'm going to leave you with a little something, something over here. I want you to have abundance in everything. That's what it's really about. You know, there's so many things to try to keep us down. People, things, situations. But we need to start building each other up. Not threatening people, building people up. Now, that being said, everything on this planet, for the most part, unfortunately, it takes money. So I'd like you to become a member in that company I've been talking about, because it could potentially lead you, to deciding to get in as an affiliate and potentially leading you to earn some money. So that if you like going to, amusement parks or whatever it may be, or on trips, that's what I want for you. But I also want the basics. I would love for you to be able to go into any store on the planet, get everything you need, and not have to worry about money. And part of my dream is to see that become a reality. I've had that dream for about 12, 13 years now, probably closer to 13. This company is helping me make it a reality. Now that is not hype. That is not me trying to trick you into anything. I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy that says, well, I'm going to come up. No, not going to happen. You can look at my body of work with my TV series, and there's going to be times when your mouth may accidentally open in shock. And I'm serious. I'm not saying it because I'm all that. No, I am a messenger. No, I'm not saying I get messages from God. No, I'm not, nothing like that. But what I'm saying is I am who I am for a reason. Because I believe in love. Now, maybe that's too old school for a lot of people. But I want to say one thing with regards to Cool one more time. And it's not because of what happened. I don't know where it got twisted. How or what occurred. Don't know. But the only reason Cole's name was even mentioned was he mentioned that he was being bullied. So I did create a video where I mentioned him and another person for the exclusivity of helping them, letting them realize they don't need to accept it and people care about them. So I don't know what happened, but I care about Cole. I care about the other person. And I'm not pleased with this mark. I'm not pleased. But do I still care about Mark? You better believe it. I feel bad, and there's part of me that feels bad because I don't know what the person's thinking. But I know that there's a lot of stuff going on in people's lives, guys. Yours, mine, everybody's. So it would not surprise me if there was a misunderstanding. It wouldn't surprise me because there's so much going on. With regard to being bullied, I know what it's like to be bullied. When I was a child, I had some challenges physically where I got beat up just about every day. That's not an exaggeration. Because of misinformation that I was told, that my mother was told from my doctor. I literally got beat up just about every day. So you might be thinking, well, what changed all that? Ironically, getting beat up changed it. I'm not going to leave you in suspense like the radio show from before any of us was born, which you can look up, by the way, on YouTube. Look up Radio Drama Suspense. It's pretty cool, actually. But I'll share this with you. I quit going to school. There was 1 year, and I'm not kidding you. I went the first day, and I went the last day. Every other day, 179 other days, I did not go. Why? Because every time I would go to school, I would get beat up. So I'm like, I'm not crazy. I don't have a desire to be beat up, so I quit. Unofficially. Ultimately, I had a challenge, and I had a problem. Well, at any rate, I got sent away temporarily because they claimed I was being abused, which was not true. That's another story. Bless their hearts. So I get beat up by 16, 16 other kids at one time. Why? Because I was living in what they call a cottage. And it was their version of an initiation. Well, I'm getting beat up. I should be crying and everything else. And suddenly I start cracking up. And everybody is shocked. They're like, why? All that stuff. And I blurted out, because I'm not dying. And all of you are going to be told what time it is. I said some other words, but we won't go there. But what happened was I found out that what I was told wasn't true. Because literally I got hit everywhere, my friends. Everywhere on my body by one of these 16 people. And I mean everywhere. And I got through it. And I warned every one of them. I said, well, I'm glad you had your fun because I know it was the wrong thing to do. I would not do this again. I don't advise it. But I told them, y'all going to pay. Actually, I said it in a slightly different way. We won't go there. Sure enough, every one of them that did what they had done to me, I found creative ways to get them back. Like one of them I put, matter of fact, I'm not going to say, because I don't want you all to do it by accident. But let's just say that there was one night that I made a few people cry. No, I didn't hit them. No. But I did have shampoo. I did have toothpaste. And let's just say I did have rotten eggs, but we won't go there. I'm not going to say what it was, but it wasn't good. They called me a few names, but it wasn't G-rated, but we'll be all right. But after that, every one of them changed their ways because they were like, man, he wasn't playing. I better not mess with him again. I'm not all that in a bag of chips. All the glory goes to God. But I do believe self-defense. I do believe protecting thyself or thus yourself. And even though I got baptized in Christ, and I do pray about it because sometimes I do get to the point where I'm like, I better start praying. I don't like injustice. I just don't, guys. I just don't, guys and gals. Gals, I just don't like it. So when I think about what happens to so many people in life, it bothers me. See, when I say I love you guys and gals, I mean that. And I do have forgiveness for Mark. Because we don't know why people do things. We need to have that forgiveness. I know it gets us upset. But by the same token, I want to leave you with this. We can forgive. but we must protect ourselves. The screenshot can be used as a protective measure. I advise you to always protect yourself, but always do it peacefully, legally, and ethically when possible. If you are being physically attacked, at that point, yeah, you have to defend yourself. But we don't want to hurt. We want to help. I hope that those who need mental health help will get mental health help because, unfortunately, if things don't work out next month in the voting on November the 5th, 2024 for the United States voting, if things don't work out the correct way, I believe there will be a dramatic increase in mental health issues. I won't go into that tonight, but if you believe in God, start praying. Because we need to get our country and all countries moving in the right direction. And that direction is where we help each other, where we educate our people, where we provide what our people need, and we teach them how to get it, not as handouts. No. I love you. And you know what? I'm never going to stop. I'm Al Torcaso, and I approve of this live stream because I approve of you. Now, I would like some of you to actually help me out right now by emailing me at actoraj2@gmail.com. I have a technical problem here. I have to use my cell phone. So when I go into my back office on YouTube Studio, I've been trying and attempting to get the replay of all of your chat comments because I don't like not answering things. But I also don't like getting all up into the camera because, quite honestly, that's not fun for me or you. What I'd like your help with, if you'd be so kind, is to give me a step-by-step as to how I can get into where the replay of the chat is from each live. Keep in mind, I do go to the website, youtube.com, yada, 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 or studio.com, whatever, and I do put it for desktop site. But even still, I'm not seeing where I can look at the rebroadcast of the chat line. Or I should say the chat. So I could use your help. actoraj2@gmail.com. Love all of you. God bless you. Stay safe. And remember to prosper. And in the meantime, don't forget, if you're over 18, get out and vote. Get out and vote.